Right, going to do an actual t-shirt design from the original pencil sketch to the final artwork, and then obviously upload it to a POD. This is going to be a Halloween one, obviously because it's coming up in October, so I might as well get on the bandwagon now. There should be part 1 and part 2 because it's quite long. So anyway, let's go. So here's the image I drew. It's kind of an evil teddy bear type image. Quick pencil drawing, give me a rough idea what I want to do, and I'll create from there. So let's start. So initially, get our pen tool up here and start doing our outlines. I'm not going to use objects again because I think it's just going to be too much. I don't need them. So I'm just going to use my pen tool, and as I did last time, just roughly go where I need to be, and then anything needs to change, I'll change it. So let's do the head first. Again, as I said, it's just going to be a rough outline. Don't have to be too great. I want the end image to be quite rough. So we're just using the pen tool I did last time. I think just to create something quite, not too intense, just a simple graphic that we're going to use to mount onto a t-shirt. So literally all I'm doing here is drawing roughly what I need as an outline, because what we go from there, we then start to break it down into its parts. I don't want to fill in there because I want to see what I'm doing, so I take the fill off because I need another section in there which is lighter. So what I basically do is I lock this one I've just done and just create another one over the top. If you don't lock the one below, you end up selecting it and it just becomes a bit of a pain. So yeah, I didn't even touch that node up there. You see, look, I've missed it completely. So I'll grab it again till the thing goes like a circle. Again, it's one of those things, it's a learning curve. Every time I use this program, and I've used it from literally day one, it used to be called Macromedia Freehand before Adobe bought it and turned it into Illustrator. And at some point in my career, I used to work for Adobe, showing this program off to prospective buyers and companies who wanted to use it. They used to call us Adobe Evangelists. I mean, it's a stupid name, but that's what they used to call us. Anyway, so I'm just cracking on doing little bits here and there. I've done most of it. It's got the main body to do. What I'll do for this, I think I'll use a shape here. So I'll select the Ellipse tool. Literally, it's by eye. I just go in the corner. I know I'm not on it there, but I know I'm roughly the right size. So I then drag it. If I can get hold of it. Nope. There we go. So yeah, I'm not far off there, am I? So that'll do. So that's pretty much the outline of the image done. So I've got elements to do. So what I'm going to do now, that is above the main image. So is this. So I'm going to separate these out. I don't need that, but I'm just making copies. I'm not actually going to steal them all together. That's above the main object. So if I select them all now, I've collected the ones I need. And not that one. No, I need that one as well. Look, I need the pad there, so I'll do that. Select them all. Turn them into a fill of black or any colour you want. But not that. Well, we locked that, didn't we? That's why. So we unlock that, fill that with black as well. No, we need to unlock that one. Fill that with black. That'll do. So now we've got all that. That's the outline of the bear. It's all in sections. I want it all as one, so I go to my Pathfinder, which is up here, which you'll find in your window, Pathfinder there. and select unite. All becomes one. Because what I want to do eventually, when I get to the T-shirt stages, is put a nice background on this to make it, well, scary or whatever you want to call it, but make it, give it a little bit more effect, as it were. So I'm going to take one, copy it, and move it to the side, so I can literally just keep it over there. I don't need it at the moment. So these are all the elements that I said I'd need. So I need the head, because the head needs to be above the body. So what we're going to do here is put a stroke line on the black. So let's put a stroke line on it, and I would go for something like 10 or 11, or whatever you want to do, but make it fairly thick. Object, path, outline stroke, which again makes it into a path. Unite it all together, keeps it nice and clean. So then we can put the head back on. That's where we want the head, roughly. Bring it to the front, obviously. So there's the head. So now you've got your thick line around it. You can change that. We can make it thicker, thinner, whatever we want to do at a later date. Same with this. This will be above the main body. And same with the, I think I locked it actually, didn't I? Yes, I did. Didn't mean to. Same with this. So we'll make that white as well. Not outline of white. Don't know why it does that, but it does. I bring that up to there, which is what we need. I'm going to make that a grey, I think. So we've got sections of it here, haven't we? Oh, well, we don't need sections, obviously. Right. So what we need to do now is we've got this body bit here, this bit here, the main body, and the foot to do. So what I would do again is get rid of this, and this is a long-winded way of doing it probably, but this is just the way I do it. So if you want to do it, if you know a different way, please. Now I'm just going to create this quickly again, because I want it in white for the pad of the foot of the bear. Same with this one here. Again, doesn't have to be fantastic, doesn't have to be perfect. You can change them all. We're just getting a rough idea of where things go. Some people do these absolutely spot on first time, and great. That's probably the best way of doing it, to be fair. But for me, I like it a little bit different, a little bit off the ball, really, not quite uneven, really. Yeah, I suppose that's the right word, uneven. So let's make that white. I can take that to the middle here. I quite like the fact that's not even. It is quite uneven. So when we bring the bear head up here, we're going to cut them out, but I'll show you that anyway. This is white. This is going to be the same as that pad there. So I think it was about that. I don't know, but we'll check it and find out at another time. And that goes in front of that one. And that I'll keep a white, or I might do it as a lighter colour, I don't know. But again, to the front. And we need a bit here, which is the same as the bear, so which obviously attaches to him. So we're just going to go in with it. We're not going to go too much. We don't have to cut to the edge because it goes with the actual bear. So there's that. Same with this here. Now I think this would be better with a little bit of a line in there. So you just follow it down like that. Keep following it down. It's about here. Go back up with it. So try and follow the black as best you can. There's no real. And that's it. That's all those bits done. So that bit and that will all join together. So we'll make that in your Pathfinder. This guy wants to go to the front, so we need a nice black line through him there. Two ways of doing that. The way I would do it, select that and that, move to one side. literally put a stroke line of any colour, make it red, make it, I don't know, 15 point perhaps. Object, path, outline. Then again, yeah, do that. That was your combine tool. Select both of them together, then do your divide tool. Ungroup it. Excuse me, motorcycle going past. And delete the bits you don't want. And you can get rid of that. And you can put that in its place. And there's your thick line around his neck. Simple as that. So we also want one here as well for this, into this body there. So again, we select the two, bring them out, put a nice stroke line on that. So you select yellow just so you can see it. So yeah, let's do 15 we did last time. So 15, it'll cut into the top bit probably. Again, let's do path, outline, stroke, combine, select both. Actually bring it to the front first before you do anything. Select them both, cut them out, ungroup, select the bits you don't want and delete them. Get rid of this guy, bring that into there. And there you go. That's his arm cut up to the front. So you've now got the arm in front here as there. That's in front. We need to do this one obviously. This is also in front but it joins, so you don't need to see a black line there, and the same with that. That's behind, I think. So no, you don't need one there because it'll work better without one there, I think. So right, we need to cut this one out as well. So we do exactly the same thing again. Stroke line, any colour you want, doesn't really matter. 15 point, you can select any point sizes again you want. I'm just doing 15 because it seems to work for this. Gives you a nice thick line. And then select them both, cut out, delete that, put that back over the top, and there it is. Simple as that. So let's do the foot now. We just want a nice simple pad on there. This is a reference here, so we'll just literally copy this. We might as well. Again, let's not have it too even, so bring it to this point, nice round corner. Oh, let's do a nice rounded bit there. That'll do. Pads, let's just do them like this. So there's one, we'll do the other one like that. We'll do another one slightly bigger. So this guy here, rotate tool, wants to be slightly out. This guy also wants to be slightly out, so rotate tool, pull the other way. Probably need to be a little bit closer in. Select them all, group them all, and then rotate them all to where you need them. Like that. Again, this is just rough. Select all that, group all that together. Now do these parts want to be lighter, darker? I would say darker. So we select a darker colour. That was the line. We want to do a fill. So do a fill. There you go. We'll emphasise all these as well when we do them. So don't. Now this one, we're just going to do this on the actual foot itself, not on the drawing. See, that's not the right colour, is it? That one is not as dark as this one, as light as this one. So let's change that. So now let's do our pad on here, different angles. So you know, you just need to just be a little bit, not quite as poor as you know, as paddy as the last one. And will we see all three toes? Probably, just probably not as. And just do them freehand, you know. Don't spend a lot of time on these. If you know, unless you want to, obviously. But just, you can either see that one doesn't look right now at all, so just give it that one. Let's do another one. I like to do a little curve edge on there. Nothing over top, and just bring it back down like that. That might look alright. Let's have a look. Let's see what it looks like. It could be wrong because it might need to be like this one, more rounded like them, but it might work. No, I don't think it does. Let's change it. So this is how I create things. I just literally go from an idea in my head, draw it roughly on a piece of paper, and that's it. You know, there's no rocket science behind it. It's not. So, and most of the time, it's hit and miss. I mean, I don't follow trends on Redbubble or anything like that, or any trend type thing. I just think they're over swamped for me. It's not my market. I do what I want to do, what I like, and I do sell stuff. So, I think it's about creating stuff that you want to see, because if you like it, other people will like it. Let's face it. It's not you're the only one creating this design. So, as long as they're done well, I think you'll sell them. I think things like that do sell. Right, so that's alright. Could do that. Do it a bit further down. Bring it down a little bit on your touch. So, okay, we've now done the majority. We just got to do these stitching bits and the evil-looking face. So what we'll do is I'll just do the face quickly, and then we'll call it a day on this part 1, and we will then get back to part 2 because I just don't want the video to be too long. So for these, again, I'm just going to draw something quite simple. I'm not going to go over the top with them. I don't think they need to be too far gone. They just need to be really straightforward, and quite messy in a way. See, that didn't work. Let's move that further out because that's not quite right how we wanted it. But we can change all these at some, at a later date. I don't want them to be both the same because I don't think it would look right if they were both the same. But I don't want them to be that far apart either. So yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. Now I will probably change these. We will change these at a later date, I'm sure. But for now, they will do. They will do fine. Now for this, I want this to look like stitched mouth type thing, or like like you're cutting a pumpkin, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to do a very easy thing like that, and this I'm just going to do some quite nice and deep smile lines. Because I want to emphasize kind of that side of it. And these, very simple, just literally up and down. If you look around the corners, they don't have to be all equal. You definitely don't want them to be all equal, but you don't want them to be, too wide, or it needs to be fairly uniform, but a little bit of higgity-pigginess doesn't really matter. And I would as well, when I get to a certain, if you see I'm not following the drawing exactly, because why do you need to? And when I'm going to get to here, I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to reflect those, what I've done. So if I select the black arrow tool, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then get this here is your rotate tool. If you click and hold that, you don't want that, click and hold that window, you'll get the reflective tool. Select where you want the point to start, so here, and that's get to the other end of the selected objects, click them, and then hold down the Option key. It gives you the second arrow, you'll see the white one, which means copy. Now they're a little bit too high, so we need the rotate tool, which is click and hold that one underneath there. Click there, bring it back down a little bit. That'll do fine. Move it across a little bit, so we need a bit in the middle there. We just draw another one for the middle. And that is the mouth done. We may change that, we may not like it, it may be alright, we don't know. We'll just put it all together, group it all, and move it over to the actual bear itself and see what it looks like. That looks alright. So what we'll do, we'll leave it from there this time, and then we'll come back to this in part 2 and get it finished off and get a bit of text on there, see what it looks like. Okay.